Trump breaking news. Colbert finds urgent warning signs for Trump in latest numbers. Stephen Colbert suggested that Trump shouldn't get too comfortable with his resounding win over Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, in Tuesday's Michigan primary. The warning indicators were there for him, Colbert noted on Wednesday. So far, in every primary, Trump's performance has been drastically worse than what the surveys had anticipated. 0.2 percentage points in Iowa, 7 in New Hampshire, 8 in South Carolina, and 15 in Michigan were Trump's underperformance relative to his surveys. Colbert pointed out that if the current trend persists, by November he will receive 23% of the vote. Or to put it another way, complete victory. In 2024, when Americans go to the polls, our nation's fate is hanging in the balance. Here at HuffPost, we think that the key to producing educated voters is a free press. That's why, unlike other newsrooms, our journalism is accessible to everyone without charging a dime. As this historic presidential election unfolds, our journalists will be there to cover every turn. Insightful investigations, thorough analyses, and up-to-the-minute opinions won't be available anywhere else if you assist us out. We appreciate your support and assure you that reporting in the present political atmosphere is a serious duty. With the war in its 5th month, Israeli and Hamas officials are in Qatar this week to discuss a possible truce in combat in the Gaza Strip that would last a few weeks. The United Nations estimates that 25% of the Palestinian population is on the brink of starvation. A truce could alleviate their plight in the war-torn enclave. The Hamas-run health ministry reports that the number of casualties in Gaza is approaching 30,000, and as a result, there is increasing international pressure on Israel to agree to a ceasefire. Hamas attacked Israel on October 7, killing 1,200 people. As of now, 130 Israeli captives remain captive. Their release is possible as a result of the accord. President Biden has voiced hope for a truce as early as Monday, 1 week before the anticipated commencement of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan on March 10. Still, Israel and Hamas are more dubious. So, how would the agreement unfold? The Associated Press cites an Egyptian official as saying that the plan calls for a 6-week truce in hostilities. Egypt is coordinating the mediation efforts. Women, children, the elderly, and the sick would make up the majority of the 40 hostages that Hamas would release. Under the deal, Israel would free around 300 Palestinians from Israeli prisons. Residents of northern Gaza who were forced to flee their homes due to Israel's ground offensive will also be granted the right to return, with the exception of men of fighting age. An Egyptian official told the AP that Israel would help enhance aid deliveries to the war-torn territory, with 300 to 500 trucks entering the enclave daily. United States. Did Biden say anything? While President Biden was making an appearance at an ice cream parlor in New York City on Monday with comedian Seth Meyers, a reporter asked him when he thought a prospective Israel-Hamas truce might start. "I say the start of the weekend, I really mean its conclusion," Biden said. "According to my national security advisor, we're getting very close. Nearly there. It's still in progress. And I'm crossing my fingers that a truce will be in place by next Monday." On Myers's late-night show, Biden mentioned, "Ramadan's coming up and the Israelis have agreed not to engage in activities throughout Ramadan as well, in order to give us time to get all the hostages out." Has Israel spoken? "Obviously, we want this deal if we can have it," Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated on Monday during an interview with Fox and Friends. The fate of Gaza is up to Hamas. Their decision is now final. The time has arrived for them to face reality. In a press briefing on Wednesday night, Yoav Gallant, Israel's defense minister, stated that he preferred not to address Biden's comments. "I truly hope he's correct," Gallant expressed. Netanyahu has stated that Israeli soldiers will assault Rafah, a city in the southern Gaza Strip near the border with Egypt, regardless of whether or not there is a temporary ceasefire. Rafah is home to over 1.4 million Palestinians who have taken safety there following Israel's military offensive.